The reason why I say polynomials is easiest is there's nothing tricky in it. They define certain mathematical operations and those operations could be tricky. But as far as polynomials as a chapter and the concerned, what you call the applications that we do in polynomials are only physical applications. If you can add, you can add them. If you know how to add, you can add them. If you know how to multiply, you can multiply them. If you know how to manipulate the powers, you can manipulate. So there's nothing like you have to think and do it. There are certain standard procedures defined. And when there is a defined process happens, then I definitely treat, as far as maths is concerned, they are very easiest things. And one of the easiest chapters, that's why I call polynomials is one of the easiest. So right, though I kept the heading algebraic expression as Arnav suggests, let's begin the evaluation process. One is we have something called variable versus constant. This is first entity that we come across. Maybe if I'm sure you might have come across this in your 6th class. Variable is something which changes, which doesn't remain fixed. Whereas constant is, you don't have any choice of it. It's fixed there. Something which is fixed is a constant and something which can change is a variable. Standard wording itself, it's an English meaning only. But if you want to relate, then science perspective, variable is something like a parasite. Like Arnav has given me a beautiful example. He says circumference of a circle, 2 pi r. Take area of a triangle, half into base into height. Take area of a square, side square. So if you take 2 pi r kind of a thing, that is circumference of a circle, 2 is fixed. Pi is fixed, though we don't know the exact number, but it's a fixed number. But when it comes to r, if Arnav draws a circle, he will have his own radius. That means the circle's radius that Arnav draws depends on Arnav. Whereas at the same time, if Bhumika draws a circle, I simply say draw a circle. So remember again, circle is a fixed entity. That's a unique diagram. Whoever draws circle will be circle only. Don't ask me to draw a circle. What I have drawn on the board is also a circle, but assume that to be a circle. So my circle has its own radius. Bhumika will have her own circle's radius. If I ask Sahas to draw a circle, he will draw a circle with certain radius, 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters. So here the R component changes from person to person. They are all variables. Now what happens is a combination of variable and a constant may be there, may not be there. This combination would give us the second term of mathematics, which is term. Now what should I do with this? I take a constant, say 7. I take a variable, say x. What are the different operations I can perform? I can either add or I can subtract. I can multiply. I can divide. The last two operations. And of course, there is something called exponential. Because now that you've crossed your 7th and 8th class, I can use this word also. It's a separate operation. Now these last three operations now, multiplication, division, exponents. That means 7 into x, 7 by x, or x by 7, 7 to the power of x, exponents, x to the power of 7. These 5 combinations when I get, which are not separated by addition or subtraction, but are combined by either a multiplication operation or a division operation or an exponential operation. If you remember, there is something in your 6th class, if I am correct. There's something called modulus operations. Do you have this?
Yes, sir.
Heard about this? It's like how many mod of 7 base 2 is 1. If 7 is divided by 2, then the remainder it leaves is 1. So it's like clock works to the modulus 12. Like that, there is another operation. So term definition is much wider as you go on learning some new topics of maths, but as of 7th, 8th and 9th class level, even up to 10th class level, I restrict to only 3 operations: a variable and a constant, or some variables and some constants. It could be a combination of, are combined by either multiplication, division and exponent. Then such combinations are called as terms. So I can expand this. I can write 7 into x by y. Now here if you see, I combined two variables, x and y are variables, 7 is a constant. But when I combined these three quantities, I used either multiplication or division only. Then this whole thing is called as term. Is the idea of term clear? You take two constants, 2 and 3, two variables, x and y, combine them, 2x by 3y, no problem. This is a term. Take another constant, 4, whole raised to the power 4 is still a term only. So any combination in which I use multiplication, division and exponent as of now, such combinations are called as term. What you should not see is there should be no addition, no subtraction. Is the idea of term clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I pick up some terms, 2 or 3 more terms, and then operate by the two fundamental operations which are removed, that is this addition and subtraction. Take term 1, term 2, add them or subtract them. Instead of 2 terms, I'll take 3 terms, add them, subtract them. Such combinations are called as expressions. So as we wrote, 7x is a term, 3y by 4 is a term, x raised to the power 5 is a term, y raised to the power 1 by 2 is a term. If I combine them either by plus or minus, then such a combination becomes a expression. So what is expression basically? An expression is a combination of terms. Term is a combination of variables and constants. But the difference between term and expression is term is a combination of variables and constants combined by the operations of multiplication, division and exponent. Whereas expression is a combination of terms where 2 or more terms are combined by addition or subtraction. Such combinations are called as expressions. Now coming to our main chapter heading. If this is expression, then what is a polynomial? Polynomial is nothing but which do not have this kind of rational powers. Whatever the powers are present, the power should be integers. Not only integers, they should be only positive integers. That means what happened now? An expression can be in the form 7 by x minus 4y plus 3x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 5y to the power of minus 4 by 3. This is an expression because each of them, 7 by x is a term, 4 into y is a term, 3x to the power of half is a term, 5y to the power of minus 4 by 3 is a term. But can I call this as a polynomial?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why I cannot call it as a polynomial? What is the condition that fails?
So 1 by 2 will become under root 3x.
So 1 by 2 is not allowed, that's all, whatever it becomes.
Yes, sir.
1 by 2 is not allowed. Minus 4 by 3 is not allowed. In fact, by x is also not allowed because by x will become x to the power of minus 1. Minus 1 not allowed. Y to the power of 1 allowed. X to the power of half not allowed. Minus 4 by 3 not allowed. X to the power of minus 1 not allowed. Now you tell me, 3x square minus 4x cube plus 6. Is this a polynomial? Milan? If you can't speak, you can type. Milan is not present. Sahas? Sahas says it is yes. Now again Sahas. Minus power minus 2. 6 to the power of minus 2. Bhumika, what do you think? Is it a polynomial?
Yes, sir.
But there is a negative power.
But sir, only sir if the power of the variable is negative, then only it cannot be a polynomial.
Okay. Arnav, Bhumika says power minus 2 for constant is allowed. It is not allowed for variable. So she says this is still a polynomial. What do you think?
Sir, it is a polynomial.
Is a polynomial. So the negative power should not be there. Fraction power should not be there. These conditions are applied only for variables. Right? So if I combine all these conditions, polynomial is an expression. What type of an expression? In such an expression in which the variable has only positive integral powers. So my question now is, every polynomial is an expression, true or false? Every polynomial is an expression.
False, sir.
False?
Yes, sir.
Sahas, what do you think?
Sir, true.
Yeah, Bhumika.
Sir, true.
Bhumika says it's true. Bhumika says every polynomial will be an expression. Sahas also says no. Milan? Okay. All right, Arnav. Can you tell me a polynomial which is not an expression?
Sir, 9.
Only number 9
Yes, sir.
is a polynomial, agree with you. But do you think it's not an expression?
Sir, it is not an expression.
Why?
Sir, because an expression is separated by the
9
operation.
plus 0x. No, addition is very powerful operation. When you are learning addition, there is something called additive identity. Do you remember?
Yes,
When
sir.
0 is added, the value doesn't change. The value is not affected by adding 0. This was taught to me in my 4th class or 5th class. But why teacher teaches me about the identity is not that you don't know the character of 0. Whenever I need something which is missing, but I need it to be present, then I can write it as 0 as an additional factor. That doesn't affect my given expression. It remains the same. So 9, as you say, is a polynomial and it is also a expression. If you're thinking there is no addition quantity in that, then you can add 0 to it. Now I'll make it more clear to you. Every individual term is an expression. What do you think? Is it true or false? Every term is an expression.